It started happening New Year's Eve up in New York at my sister's house. I started seeing these lights. Cleaned my glasses. Next day I flew down to Florida. It was a beautiful day. And I was on the plane and I started looking out through that eye and I was like looking through a pitted windshield. And then when I got down, I grabbed my tools and I was hustling over to the shuttle to get to Daytona to teach. And it was like there's a tumbleweed blowing across the bottom of my eye. Went to the ER about midnight. He looked at it and he said, you got a retinal detachment. You need to get this taken care of. Several months later, in August, my left eye started shimmering. And I went out to the studio, and something was different. I'd lost some vision. And within 2.5 hours, my vision had gone from a full 360 degrees, a circle, down to a fingernail at the very bottom. It was hanging by a thread. The entire retina was off, and they say, if the retina detaches around the periphery, you'll be okay, but if it detaches through the center, which is called the macula, you're in trouble. I think there were 5 or 6 operations. I got back in the studio the day I could. I sat down, I had to make something. I couldn't hit the nail. I mean, I was floundering around like a chimp. I thought, I can't do this anymore. And my heart, I could hear my heart break. I used to be able to look down the barrel of the torch, down the flame, and know where I was. Now I have to like tilt my head and kind of get another view of where it is. And there's other clues and other cues that you use to see. I learned how to hit the nail, and so I can move from hammering the nail to hammering a piece of steel. And I sat down and I did it, and I sat down in my chair and I cried because I realized that I could still do it in some way. I don't think it's really going to change what I'm making in the studio, but I think it's changed my commitment to making. My work is really visceral, but it's always very, very well made. I don't know if I call myself an artist. There's a certain amount of pretense associated with that word, and calling myself a craftsman doesn't really dial it in the way I'd like it to. Making is the most honest thing I can say about what it is I do. I've touched every surface in this room. I've made something for every surface in this room. And so making is remodeling the house. Making is cooking, I suppose. It's manifesting something from something that wasn't. That's making to me.